The ultimate verdict on this travesty will not come in a courtroom. It will come at the ballot box, and the American people are going to find crooked Joe Biden guilty of trying to destroy our country. He's destroying our country. He's destroying our country. And you know, it's interesting. I said it a couple of times before to large crowds, but what happened is incredible. And we could have done something on Hillary Clinton. I thought it would be a terrible thing for the country, to be honest with you, terrible. We could have done on other people, too. I thought it would be terrible for the country. And they did on me what was never, ever supposed to happen, especially when there's nothing. But you know what? It was very interesting. When this happened, and it happened very quickly, I changed my tune. I said, thank you very much, because now I speak about him. I had great reverence for the presidency, President of the United States. And I used to talk about him fairly tough, but not nearly as tough as he deserved, because I had respect for the office, not for him so much, but for the office. And now I say he's the worst president in history. He's the most corrupt president in history. He's grossly incompetent. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't have a clue. He is a disaster for our country. And I say it over and over again, and I have no problem in saying it. He's the worst president in the history of our country, and we got to get him out, because he's destroying America. He's destroying our great country. In the middle of a presidential election, think of it, the Republican nominee for president is being attacked like nobody's ever been attacked before. But all of that being done and all of that being said, the fake charges, the legal targets, everything. And, you know, we've had tremendous reviews from great people, Jonathan Turley, Andy McCarthy, Mark Levin, Greg Jarrett, Sean Hannity, so many people, but great experts, great legal experts. Alan Dershowitz just came out saying there's no case, there's no crime. He didn't do anything wrong. What are you doing? These are people, not every one of them love me. These are people that just want to speak the truth. They said there's no Andy McCarthy today. There's no case. It's a witch hunt, and we're not going to take it. We're not going to take it. They can't do that to our country. The judge, by the way, is the most conflicted person in the history. I don't think there's ever been a more conflicted judge. Crooked and conflicted. And I'm unconstitutionally gagged. He gagged me. So I'm not even supposed to be, I would say, talking to you, because he gagged me. Think of it. Former president and a very popular president. We had the greatest economy in history. We had the best, safest border that we ever had in history. I rebuilt the military. We created Space Force. We had the biggest tax cuts in history, the biggest regulation cut. And then I run again and win in the fastest time in the history of the Republican or Democrat Party. I won the nomination. Somebody else would still be campaigning to try and win. I won it 2 months ago. Took down some very talented people very quickly, very precisely, very easily. And I have a judge, politically appointed. I have a judge who gagged me. I'm not allowed to talk about things. And nobody's seen anything quite like it, I have to tell you. But the good news is we can explain it. Somebody else wouldn't be able to explain it, not because they couldn't, but because there'd be 3 people in the audience. I can explain it. Look at all those fake cameras back there. Then I had another judge. These are New York judges. I had another judge, Judge Engoron. He takes assets that are worth billions and billions of dollars, and he says, oh, they're worth just a little bit, like 18 million. He takes an asset that's worth $1 billion, $1.5 billion. He says it's worth 18 because that's his narrative. And they come out against me on something where it was absolutely perfect. And he said, oh, you're rich. Pay a $500 million fine. $500 million! And we want a bond. But the problem is bonding companies don't do bonds of that amount. They do a bond for $1 million, $2 million. They don't do bonds of $500 million. But he comes up on a perfect trial, great financial statements. I built a great company. He comes out and he fines me $500 million. And he found me guilty before the case even started. He said, he's guilty. And the guy doesn't even, the other day, he didn't know what cash was. We said, we're going to put up all cash. And he didn't know what that meant. And this is the guy that's ruling on me in New York. And then we have another one in New York who gave someone $91 million because they said I defamed her. Because I said her story isn't true, I defamed her. $91 million. $91 million. Oh, so anyway, hopefully the appeal process works, because if it doesn't, you just don't have a country. $91 million because I defamed her. Unbelievable, and I didn't defame anybody. Businesses all over the world are watching. They're fleeing New York State because of all of this crap that's going on. They're fleeing, and they're not coming back either. They're not coming back, and hopefully the court system will straighten out, because all over the world they're watching this stuff. They're watching this current trial, and they're seeing what a scam it is, and they don't like it. Nobody likes it.